We are live. It's your favorite. Oh, now we're live. Okay. Your favorite show of the week, Outside the Cage, with my brother Eric. We got a lot in store for you today. We got a recap. We got a look ahead. We got some fight announcements. We got some big wins this past Saturday. Nonetheless, we're going to unpack it all. But first things first, I always got to say, my brother, how are we doing?
Shit, doing pretty great. No work today. I'm buzzing like they were in Buzz City. Not actually
Facts.
buzzing, but just like buzzing with excitement to be on the podcast right now, talk some MMA. Ready to go.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of some hot takes here today. Got a lot of hot takes.
They're gonna be
A lot of
sizzling.
hot takes. Yeah, I got a couple of matchmaking that I know everyone's gonna come at me for because everyone's always coming at me for the matchmaking and that's not fair. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But I'm back. I'm ready. I got some controversial topics. So first things first, let's get into it. What we got for us first in store?
So today we're gonna start off with a recap of UFC Charlotte this past weekend. You didn't want me to like run down the whole laundry list, right?
No. Let's talk about Almeida.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, Almeida got the takedown. Dude, Rosenstruck was doing pretty well
Yeah.
until he gave up his back. I thought he was going to make it out of that first round, get another chance to swing and bang, get a finish, but unfortunately, just didn't make it to the bell. Almeida is lethal, bro, especially
Yeah,
at
he
the
is.
heavyweight division where there's not that many great grapplers.
Yeah.
Oof. What'd you think about that one?
I mean, I thought it surprised me that he made that quick of work. I'm trying to see something real quick here.
Yeah, man. I mean, Rosenstruck came out swinging for the fences off the rip, and
Yeah.
then stuffed the first takedown. It was a pretty bad one. The second one was too. He just grabbed an ankle. You find what you were
Yeah, I
looking
think
for.
he's the truth. I think he's everything as good as advertised. He's making quick work of these guys. Those, especially like in these divisions where they're not so like deep. Like those type of wins get you a lot of good looks, and those type of wins get you big fights.
Yup.
I do kind of. I don't know if I like him being kind of like 230, 231. That kind of might play a factor. Like let's just say, for example, he has to fight someone like a John Jones, which obviously that's a tough fight for anybody. But also, you being 230, he's gonna lay on you, and you're not getting up. But
Yeah.
But I mean, for the rest of the division, like you said, it's not a grappling heavy division. So if he just gets to stand there and strike, I think that he can beat anybody in this top five. I got a couple ideas, but what did you have for what's next for him?
I don't know. I think the UFC's got to move him up a pretty decent amount after that W. So maybe you give him a break through the summer and you give him the winner of Aspinall and Tybura, which is headlining UFC London. I don't really know, though. I didn't have too many great ideas. A lot of those heavyweights are booked at the moment. What did you have in the kitchen for this one?
Yeah. I mean, I just think like when I look at this heavyweight division, we've had a lot of guys that we've already seen. So like, I don't know. We've seen Curtis Blades, we've seen Aspinall, we've seen Ty, Volkov, Sergey Spivak, obviously just beat Jairzinho, Derek Lewis. Like, so I mean, I don't know. Like, I think the only fight here to make is throw him in there with Sergey.
Whoa, that's a freaking throwing him to the chopping block.
But like,
But
why? Like, I just don't
hey,
like.
why dance around it?
Why dance around it? Like,
No
I
one
don't
else you
want to.
really feel like elevating right now.
I don't want to see him versus Volkov. All these dudes, like, because I think all these dudes like can beat Almeida, but I also think Almeida can beat all these dudes. So it's like, let's say we put him in versus Curtis Blades, and Curtis Blades wins, which he very well could. Then it's like we gotta wait for Almeida. Like, so I'm not saying like fast track him, but like I guess you can call it a fast track if I'm giving him Sergey. But if you beat Sergey, he beats Sergey. He's that guy. I
Yeah,
just think I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see him versus Bam. I don't want to see him versus Volkov, Sergey Spivak. Like for what? That's a waste of time. Because those dudes, if they win, then we got to see them again, hear from them again. I don't want to see that shit. We've already seen all these guys fight top five guys.
let's see it.
Just
So I
run
think
it.
we're both kind of in agreement that we'd throw him up there, whether it's
Yeah.
against Aspinall, Tybura off of a win versus Aspinall.
But I also have one more. And this is the one where people are gonna come for me, and I get it. But it's what I do. right? I say, why not? Who says no? A lot of people say no, but I think we have to seriously like ask ourselves this: why not throw him in against Jamal Hill,
For the light heavyweight,
light heavyweight title?
I don't know about that. I think that doesn't sell at all.
They're waiting for what the UFC is doing is waiting for Yuri to come back to fight Jamal Hill, but they're waiting so long. We haven't seen Jamal Hill in 6 months.
That's true. You really want to find someone for our boy Jamal, huh?
I love Jamal, bro. I want to see him in there. They're
Me
not gonna
too,
give him.
but
They're not gonna give him Ankalaev or Jan. They're not doing that. Rakic is hurt. Or is Rakic booked or is he? He's not booked yet, huh?
I don't think he is yet. People thought he would be, but
Yeah.
not yet.
We just seen Anthony. We just seen Anthony Smith. I mean,
I
it could be a Krylov, but it's not Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker already got knocked out by Jamal Hill. Like, and after this, I'm like, what? Like, what else? At that point,
don't know.
you just go Pereira.
Yeah,
If not,
I'd much rather see Pereira
if
than
not
Yalton.
Pereira, then Almeida.
If he even wants to make the weight though, like
He's
maybe
230.
he's
He can
that
make the
heavyweight.
weight.
That's true. 230 with no weight cut.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think the UFC would do that. He's just not a big enough draw yet.
Yeah. No, I agree. Why not?
That just
Throwing it
shows
out
right there the state of those bigger divisions. It's just no
Yeah.
bueno at the moment. But
Yeah.
this whole card was popping, dude. The arena was full from the beginning. And I think that's because of a smart move by the UFC to put Brian Battle on the second fight of the night. Because
Back shot
he's a
Brian Battle.
local, he's from Charlotte. And obviously he's popular because he won tough. And that arena was full for Brian Battle. We got a new mythical fighter, possibly Bleach Battle, came in there with a 14 second knockout against Gabe Green. Gabe Green tried to just put a swarm on him, and it did not quite work out. But yeah, shouts Brian Battle. That's always cool to see a hometown guy win.
He went to welterweight, right?
He did, yes. I think that's a good move. I think we both touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
And then a couple weird ones in the Kim and Stanman fight, both some reffing things, but I don't know. I'm kind of sick of talking about that. We'll have plenty more opportunities to talk about controversies here in the future.
Yeah. Let's talk about Johnny Walker. Big win over Anthony Smith. Kind of like Dana says, didn't really impress anybody in the win, but I mean, all in all, the win's a win. It's a good win over Anthony Smith. It's not someone to play around with, but what'd you like from Johnny Walker, if anything at all?
I mean, honestly, just I kind of disagreed with Dana. Dana said he didn't really show anything. I mean, Smith's been one of the top guys in that division for the last probably 10 years at this point, and Walker really kind of just shut him down, basically. I agree that he could have been a little more aggressive in going for the finish, but he always gets hated on for making dumb decisions in fights. And now people are hating on him for being conservative in a fight. So I'm happy for Johnny Walker. Sad for Smith. I think he definitely just doesn't have the explosiveness it takes to fight at the top level anymore, even in those older or heavier divisions where you can be older, which kind of sucks, but I think it's the hard truth. What do you got for us on
for Johnny Walker's next fight? I think what Dana's saying as far as when he didn't do enough, I think he meant like he didn't do enough to warrant a title shot right away, especially when the champions knocked you out. So that's tough. Like he would have had to have a big win to get to jump for that to sell. So one thing I like for Johnny Walker here, and I think this has a real possibility of getting booked, is Jan Blachowicz.
I was thinking that too, actually. That's crazy.
I think you throw Jan in there with Johnny Walker, and I think the winner of that probably gets the winner of Jamal and Yuri, or just Jamal. We don't know what Yuri's going to do. They tried to get Boston booked. Yuri wasn't ready. So the time's ticking on – it's not ticking on Yuri, but it's ticking on that being Jamal Hill's next fight. Like 100% down the line, Yuri versus Jamal Hill when Yuri's ready is the fight to make. But I think if we wait too long for that to be Jamal Hill's next fight, because I don't know if it's like they're scared Jamal's going to lose and they want that fight, but I just think that they want that to be the next fight for Jamal Hill because that sells. But I think if Johnny Walker gets a big win over Jan Blachowicz or vice versa, Jan Blachowicz beats Johnny Walker, then I think that person like warrants a title shot.
I agree. Yeah, honestly, you kind of took the words out of my mouth for this segment. Stole my thunder a little bit, but I feel like usually when we both have a matchup lined up, it usually happens. Yeah. It usually happens with the power of both of us pushing that to the big wigs at the UFC.
The question is though is who do they want more? Who does UFC give the title eliminator to first? Jan or Ankalaev?
Ooh, I would say Jan, just because he has a bigger name and a little bit. I mean, Ankalaev has a pretty good fighting style too. His legs were just messed up.
The fight. Or was this a draw? Wasn't it a draw?
Yeah, draw, dude.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot it was a draw.
Weird ass night.
Then Jan. Then you can pick whoever. Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, I'd say Jan, just bigger name. Ankalaev kind of trashed on the UFC too right after that fight. I know he was just pissed in the moment, so I don't think they took it too personally, but it definitely doesn't help. Yeah. And how about
Speaking
the
of
third
big
fight
wins
of the night?
And big stars? Talk to me.
Ian Machado. I'm not sure when that got in his name exactly.
Gary. He goes both.
Ian Machado Gary with a first round knockout versus Daniel Rodriguez. We said it. A lot of people said it. This was going to be a great test for Gary because Rodriguez is a good established striker in that division. So we were going to get to see where Gary really stacks up. And he honestly just put on a clinic. He looked way too fast. It's explosive, sharp. Yeah, dude, this guy's exciting. I was already a fan, but I'm definitely a bigger fan now.
Yeah. You got something for us that he called how this was gonna be? We got something for that here?
Yeah, he's taken after his Irish boy Mystic Mac. He went on an interview before or during fight week, on BT Sport, I think it was.
And I've already got the map in my head. Like I can tell you how I'm gonna knock him out.
Do it. I want to hear it.
Right high kick.
Oh.
And anything else, BT, I didn't mean. If I knock him out with anything else, I didn't mean it. That's the only shot I want. That's the knockout I want. Right high kick. I want him stiff. On his back.
Well, what a scene that would be. What a scene.
Boom.
Here's and for anyone who didn't see the fight, if you're watching on YouTube, sorry if you're just listening, might be quiet for a couple of seconds, but here's what Gary did in the first round of that fight.
Boom.
Right head kick, just like they said. So shout to Gary. That's how you elevate yourself. I know you hate when I make the video game comparisons, but remember
I don't hate it. It's just
you could predict your round and method, and it would boost your fans more.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, the UFC makes that video game. They know what boosts the fighters. Social media following. Obviously, it boosts your ranking. Now he's climbing into the top 15. And I respect how he kind of said he wants to be the opposite of fast tracked. He wants to beat everyone in the top 15, or at least 5 or 6 guys before fighting for the belt. So nobody can say that he got fast tracked, that he doesn't deserve it. Probably kind of what some people say with our boy Suge. He doesn't want any of that. He wants to fight everybody, which is very respectable, especially in welterweight.
Yeah, that's the type of win that definitely elevates you. I think he was like good all week as far as marketing himself. Like he did a lot of funny things. Like that's how you get these fights. Like I know we talk about all the time. It sucks, and that's the nature of the business. Like guys like this don't you gotta have a story. You gotta have a reason to get fast tracked, quote unquote fast tracked. But he was funny all week. He was really good in the media. Super cool guy. Super respectful to his opponents. I know he has a plan, but I got a plan for him too.
Let's hear it.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
After whatever fight he has with Pereira.
Yeah.
Shoot. Are we booking that one in the W column for Wonderboy?
I mean, what else does he go here?
Yeah, dude, I was struggling. I was
He doesn't
struggling
go
with all
J.
of
He
these
doesn't go
guys.
JDM. He doesn't go Michael Chiesa, Magny, Luque's booked. Sean Brady, I think Sean Brady's booked.
Yeah, him and JDM are booked for
Yeah, you're right. And
290.
then Jeff Neal. That's it.
Maybe a Jeff Neal.
I
I
don't
was
like that
thinking that
matchup
one, but Jeff
stylistically.
Neal should take a long time off because he deserves it
That's what I'm
after that
saying.
war.
That's what we gotta like. When I make these matchmakings and I dig in and I get in the lab, like it's everything. You gotta take everything into effect. Like it's not just like who's okay. He just became 15. Who's 12? Like that's not how it goes. You gotta like these guys are booked. Like a guy like Michael Chiesa, that's just not a good matchup stylistically. Like that, no one wants to see that. Like you gotta have a fight that sells, a fight that looks good, with also it being competitive fight and reasonable.
Yeah.
And I think that's reasonable.
I'll say, yeah, the winner of Wonderboy Pereira after that June 9th.
Wins
Let that
Pereira
set
and
on the
Wonderboy.
dust. June 9th,
Yeah, perfect.
UFC 289. So only less than a month off. So yeah, that would work pretty well.
And also too, I don't want to say like I don't want to complain, but like I also feel like the UFC with like not I don't want to say because obviously every pay per view is big, but there's ones that hit different. Like
Yeah.
International Fight Week, obviously that's different. Like I kind of wish they would save a spot or two open for like someone like Gary who just had a big win and like can do a quick turnaround.
Yeah, dude, that would be sweet, but that's just so hard to do because
No,
you got
yeah,
to
I
find
know.
an
I mean, you can't
opponent
just like
for him.
you can't just like just in case. So they're like, I'm just saying like because I would like to see someone like Brian Battle or Ian Gary like make a quick turnaround. Shit about Brian Battle, Ian Gary.
Shit, I don't think Battle's near the rankings yet, though, is he?
No.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they'd have him fight down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Gary versus Wonderboy. And how about shout CKB? Carlos Ulberg did what we both said he would. I don't know if y'all put any cheddar on that, but
CKB.
did a little bit. And how about Alex Morono? That was a good fight right there. Him and Tim Means. Means shot. Morono hopped on him with the guillotine, got him out of there as quickly as he could. And then Matt Brown, he's still doing it. Shouts Matt Brown, the UFC knockout record.
UFC
I forget if he
knockout
tied
king.
it or took sole. I think he took sole possession from D. Lou with that KO. McGregor said he's coming for it. McGregor would need like 5 more. Matt Brown said, "Hey, I'll fight you."
Hey, did you see
That's right.
the preview for Tough? Obviously, one when he pushed him in the face, but the second one where he was like, Connor's like, "Have I told you what it's gonna be at?" And he was like, and Michael was like, "No." He was like, 185, and Michael was like, "I'll do 185," and Connor was like, "You'll do what you're told."
Yeah, dude. Connor's
shit's gonna be
already
funny.
getting under his skin. It's a long time, dude. When you do the Ultimate Fighter against McGregor, you got to be in that.
I think Connor has like schizophrenia, bro. Cause like, and I think it's just like when he's around fighting, cause like he can't stand still when he's like in the gym or like something. He's always shadow boxing
Schizophrenia.
or walking around or something, bro. He
I don't know
cannot
if
stand
that's
still.
what schizophrenia is, but yeah, he's got something.
Like whatever it's called. Like he just can't like whenever he's in like it's like me like it'd be like me like every time I'm in a basketball gym just like having to run around and like shoot around. Like that's how he is. Because like every time he's like in the like apex or something or like watching a fight, he's always
Dude, I wish I had the clip of him, but he said that's how his whole life is. He said, "You guys are walking around, you see doors, you see cars, you see houses. I see sequences. I'm counting numbers, ones and twos, combinations." So yeah, McGregor, he just loves that shit. Maybe there's a certain form of schizophrenia.
so I don't know what it's called. That's what I thought it was called.
I know schizophrenia is when you like it's when you I don't know, you're just tripping all the time.
He's always trying to
basically.
fight.
Like,
That's
you
what it
talk
is.
to
He's always
ghosts.
trying to fight.
Schizophrenia is like you talk to ghosts and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
He's talking to somebody. He's talking to somebody.
He's talking to the fight gods, baby, all the time.
What we got this week in the popping off in the Apex?
The UFC Apex. We've got Angela Hill versus my girl Mackenzie Dern, a straight baddie. She's been top 5 hottest female UFC fighters for a solid 5-10 years now. Cause she is bad.
Consistent.
consistently bad. Face, body, all around, personality, I guess. So shouts Mackenzie Dern. She's actually, funny thing, she's actually my play of the day as well. No coincidence. I just love the matchup for her stylistically. Angela Hill, you know how we feel about her.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to Mackenzie Dern just lost to Yao Zanan by majority decision. And we just seen what Yao Zanan did, so just give me. And I don't like Angela Hill. She just lost me too much money over the years. So just give me Mackenzie Dern.
Shit, man, I'm kind of scared because that means Angela Hill's probably gonna find a way to lose you money.
Yeah. That's the thing. She's lost me money both ways. Like she's lost me money like betting on her, and then I've like been pissed because I bet on her, like in San Diego. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I've lost hella money betting on her. I was like, fuck her. So I bet against her, and she fucking won.
That's my thing. I might just have to fade you when Angela Hill's in the mix.
Yeah, just on Angela Hill though. Whatever I say on Angela Hill, just go against, bro. She does not want me to win.
That's y'all's weird. Oh, I see that comment.
I went into but when I first started like betting on her, I liked her. I was like, bro, she's really good. Like, so I would always see the matchup, and I would be like, bro, there's no way she loses this fight. And then she'd fucking lose, and then finally I just like, bro, fuck her.
Yeah, she's not my favorite to watch either. They hype her up so much on the broadcast too, like in countdowns or just on the fight nights. Yeah. Like she's some fan favorite. Maybe I don't know. Maybe to some fans. I guess I can't speak for all fans, but she's not my favorite. And then in the co-main, we got Edmund Shabazian coming in at a minus or plus 200 underdog against Anthony Hernandez. That's a huge favorite. Now I've learned that even minus 170 is a pretty big favorite.
Yeah, he's a big favorite.
That's the thing. So this is really big right here. And Hernandez, most of his wins have come from submission, and Shabazian has not lost by submission in the UFC. So based off of that MMA math,
I like it.
He might just be my dog of the day. Also because I don't really love any other dogs on this card, to be honest with you. So, yeah, riding with that. And then also snipe of the day for me, Carlos Diego Ferreira via submission against Michael Johnson. Don't ask me why. Just wait for it to happen.
Just do it.
Make some money, yeah.
I got you.
And then Joaquin Buckley also on the card. Great episode with Joe Rogan, if y'all have ever seen it. You got a comment from my boy Garrett Johnson, trained by day, outside the cage podcast by night, all day. Damn, dude, that's pretty catchy. That should be like an intro for a podcast or something like that. That would be sick. We got the All Even podcast with Barry Grant Jr.'s. What's up, fellas? I'm here for my MMA news. I don't know shit. Where's my guy Johnny Hendricks? LOL. Shit. I don't think we'll be covering the Johnny Hendricks fight anytime soon, unfortunately. Oh, little sneak peek for later. Shouts Laker Nation, baby.
Oh yeah, bro. Let's do it now. I'm tired of waiting. We can just do it now.
Oh, you want to bite the bullet? Honestly, I'm not even gonna gloat that much. I said Lakers in 7, so I was actually wrong on my prediction.
I'd fucking come on here talking crazy.
Man, dude, I'll save it for when I see you in person. Honestly, when the Giants finally beat the Cowboys, that's gonna feel better. Because let's hear it.
Okay, we didn't make shots. That's what it is.
That's what I was gonna say. You could have all the coaching and all the schemes and all that shit, but at the end of the day in the NBA, you gotta make shots.
At the end of the day, our season ended when fucking Draymond punched Jordan Poole. That's what happened. And then Jordan Poole this postseason was just terrible, so it made it worse. And then, like Steve Kerr said, I just don't think we were deep enough to we weren't ready. Like our team wasn't good enough to win a championship. I just don't think we were good enough.
Same exact team as the year that they did win, right?
Wiggins didn't have a broken rib and didn't miss. And then we missed a lot of Otto Porter. That was big. We missed a lot of Otto Porter because he could play Jordan Poole, knock down shots.
People sleep on how important the Warriors' depth has been. Besides the KD years, they've always had a ridiculous.
It just becomes more and more important like the years go by because now we got to ask Steph Curry at 34 years old, 35 years old to fucking score 50 points in a game 7. Like that's just not realistic, man.
I mean, I think you've got to point the finger at Clay. Game 6,
Yeah.
Clay,
Yeah, Clay's got to make
especially.
shots.
I
Yeah,
think
Clay just didn't show up when we needed to. Not good. Wasn't good. There's no like beating around the bush. We just weren't good.
And how about LeBron, man? How about LeBron King James the first?
Do you guys beat the Nuggets?
Dude, I think AD is going to be in hell with that altitude. We might see him with an oxygen mask on in the second quarter. But
Might be in hell with Jokic. That's what he's gonna be in hell in.
I mean, last time they played it, I know it was the bubble and Jokic wasn't as good back then. He's been getting better for sure, but
Yeah.
hey, how about Embiid just collapsing and then saying him and Harden can't win by themselves after he shoots 5 for 18?
Bro, that
field.
MVP shit's not real, bro. That shit's not
People
real, bro.
just
You're
didn't
not
want
the
to give it
MVP.
to the same guy 3 years in a row.
It's for sure like an agenda. Like it's for sure an agenda. Like I was listening to JJ Redick and like Tim Legler. They're like, all right, whose turn is it next? They're like, this had to be Joel. Like, whose turn is it? Because it should have been Joker again, or it should have been maybe a Giannis before he got hurt. But like, yeah, that shit's not real, bro. You're not the real MVP.
Like, remember, it was all a year back when Westbrook won because he averaged a triple-double, but it should have been Harden. And then the year after that, someone else should have won, and they had to give it to Harden.
Give that shit to Bron, Steph, Giannis, or Jokic every year. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not a real award anymore, bro. It's just like, what agenda do we want to push this year type shit. We need an American MVP back.
How long has it been?
Russ?
Steph? Or did Russ win it after Steph? Or Harden?
Russ was after Steph because it was the year after Katie left.
I think Harden was after Russ, though.
Yeah.
One of those years.
Still, though, it's been fucking minute. James
Bro,
Harden. Give that shit to Jimmy Butler.
Bro, my prediction, baby. My prediction.
You're here.
Come on.
You're here.
They said I was a sicko for saying that.
You're here.
Look at me now.
But now, since we're talking some hoops and we're talking some UFC, our two favorite things, we came up with a great, what do you call it, segment?
Yeah.
We're going to draft.
We're going to start doing this weekly, I think.
The best UFC fighters to a basketball team. Now, this isn't like, what was the question you asked?
It's not like who do you think actually knows how to play basketball?
Yeah, it's not like oh, Cyril Gahn's better than John Jones at basketball. Like, no, it's like who would be the best, like if they actually played basketball type shit.
Just based off their attribute, like their body type, their attributes like speed, vertical.
So here are the rules. Like that. So we get 5 players: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Point guard and shooting guard has to be between the flyweight and the featherweight division, so 125 and 145. The small forward and power forward position has to be through 170 to 205, and the heavyweight division has to be a center. We good on the rules there?
We're great on the rules. Let's
ride.
Right.
I won the lottery because the Warriors lost. So my point guard, I am going to take Alexander Volkanovski. Number 1 pound for pound, small guard, really gives me like Dellavedova, Jameer Nelson type vibes. Not gonna punk him. He's gonna guard your best guard. You're not to the ball from him. He's gonna get us in our offense. Super tough, super smart. Give me Volk.
He was on my board for sure.
Give me Volk. And so you got the first pick, or you got point guard pick, and then you pick the first pick of shooting guard.
Yeah, he actually does have a video with Jamal Murray as well. I know we're not counting that, but that dude can hoop as well.
Yeah, elite athlete.
And then, so my point guard, I'm staying in the same gym. Actually, I want to have eyes on you. I want to have a matchup where he's familiar with who he's facing. Not the same gym, but they do camps together. I'm rocking with Kai Kara France as my point guard right here.
He's getting put in the post.
Elite speed, strength for his size, the cardio. I mean, both our point guards are playing 48 minutes, no questions asked. They're not even going to need water. So, that's a fun matchup right there.
I like my guy. You guys too small?
I think they're like the same height. Probably, but all I know is Volk better not blink, or Kai Kara is he's gonna be around him, dishing it off for a lob. I see him as a Marquise Noel type player. That was his name, right? The K-State guard.
It's a real big comp.
Yep, that's my guy. And for my 2 guard, everyone's going to be shocked that I'm not picking Suga, but I'm not. I'm going with someone from the island of Hawaii. I want some height at my shooting guard position since my point guard is pretty small. We're going with Max Holloway. I saw you cross the name off your list, so I'm guessing he might have
I
been
was
yours
writing
too.
it down. Chill out. When you said Hawaii, I was writing it down. I wasn't crossing it down.
Yeah.
I was writing it down.
He's an elite athlete. He's got skill. He's got great timing, great feel, just natural. Doesn't even really need to scrimmage. And then he's just ready to go. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So give me Max Holloway at the 2.
That's crazy. For all the reasons you said, like you needed Max Holloway, are the same reasons I needed Suga. So I'm going to go with Suga at my 2, 5'10", 5'11", Suga Sean Jones, elite athlete, elite shooter, knockdown shooter. Don't leave him open. Vulcan Suga in the backcourt. I got a dude who's tough. He's going to fucking guard, get in you. And I got a dude like Suga who's just going to be a sniper, knock down open shots. Give me Suga.
Take it to the Suga show. It's going to be hard to coach against Suga, but I don't know. I think I could draw something up.
And at my 3, the one, the only, the superstar of the UFC. Give me Kevin Durant. I mean, Israel Adesanya. Starting at small forward. Everything runs through him. Superstar. Get to his spots. Super long. Super athletic. Anything we need. Get him in the post. Get him in transition. Whatever you need. He's giving you one dribble pull-ups. Everything. Anything you need.
All right. Let me match you then. I had Izzy on my board. Wasn't my first at the position. Luckily, I still got my guy. He's a trailblazer. No, not the Portland Trailblazers. He's the Trailblazer. Kevin Holland. Let's go. Pretty similar build to Izzy. I had a feeling that you would pick him. So I needed someone to match up with him. Some would say poor man's Izzy. Some would say he just doesn't work as hard. But this is one game. We just need guys to make shots. And as you saw, sometimes even the best shooters in the world, the Golden State Warriors, can't make shots. So
Thanks.
I'm going to rock with Kevin Holland. I know we're taking a little – Izzy probably has the slight edge in this matchup. We'll say Kevin Durant versus a prime Brandon Ingram. That's
prime Brandon Ingram? That's crazy.
Yeah, like Brandon Ingram in a couple of years.
Okay.
Because he's still climbing. He's still developing that bag, getting stronger.
Okay. Who you got at the 4?
At the 4, I got a cheat code. I don't know. This one's not fair. Trey Waters. He's a welterweight. He fought a few weeks ago. He's 6'5". That's my reasoning right there. He's 6'5". He's smooth. He has good footwork. Yep. Right there. That's just size. That's a lot of size.
Okay. It's not – you can't have Kaikara France and say you have a lot of size.
Besides Kaikara France.
Give me, at my 4, another special athlete. I'm just going athletes because I can make him into basketball players. I just need athletes. We're going to press. We're going to pick up full court. Give me Jamal Hill at the 4. Give me Jamal Hill. Super good athlete. Probably one of the best athletes in the UFC. Big body. Former college football player. So I know he can put the ball in the rim. So give me Jamal Hill. And we're giving you fits. Can guard 1 through 4.
I
We're
really
switching
wanted
everything.
I really wanted to take Poetan at 3 just to get in your head.
That was my backup at the 4. In case you win, Jamal Hill. I had backup plans.
Him and Izzy would be that would be some chemistry issues in the front court.
Yeah. Facts. So
All
is my
right.
pick for center?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Give me the best athlete in the UFC history. Give me John Jones. What else? Volk, Suga, Izzy, Jamal Hill. Oh my gosh. My 3 through 5, that front court is nasty. Izzy, Jamal Hill, John Jones. Whoever you take here, it doesn't matter. John Jones is giving him fits.
All right. Well, I was going to take a Frenchman that John Jones just dismantled, but I can't take him anymore because that would be just a bad matchup. So
He's in his head.
I'm going to go with Alexander Volkov. Why not just keep the size going? It's a big body. I can draw stuff up where he's just going to be standing at the rim, just dunking on people. He's going to be like I would say Arvydas Sabonis vibes. Was that DeMontis' dad's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, like him and Manute Bull.
Okay.
He's gonna be one of those guys out
I
there.
like it.
I mean,
I like my team. I think we're just too athletic and too physical for you. I
I
like
can't-
Volkov. He's too tall. He's tall. You're right. He is tall. John Jones just way more physical.
hey, we got the Joker versus Kevon Looney. That's how I would compare it.
I feel it.
And Looney honestly probably won that matchup last year. Not gonna lie.
We'll post those 5. Y'all let me know which 5 you like. I'm gonna go with my squad. Side note, my coach is Eugene Benjamin, so we got the coaching matchup. So give me Eugene. So we're good. So we win there.
My coach, I'm going with Tim Welch.
I feel it.
He's just, I don't know. He just has the third eye sometimes, if you know what I mean.
I feel it.
And I actually have to grab my laptop charger really quick. Y'all are seeing this live,
shit.
you know, just how it goes. So give me 30 seconds. And real quick, bro, my laptop cannot hold a charge. My laptop doesn't hold a charge for more than like 3 seconds. But
We are
we're
back. We are
All
back.
right.
So my favorite segment. My brother rattles off. He does all the digging. He does all the research. He gets all the notifications. He gets all the sources. He's gonna rattle off some fight announcements. I'm gonna tell him what I think. He's gonna tell me what he thinks. Let's get right into it.
All right. Yep. So as Dime said, I just kind of looked through, touched base with my CIA, FBI, KGB, Brazilian Special Forces, all those guys. You know, had to see what's going on in the fight world, what fights we got coming up. So on the June 3rd card, I'm just going to rattle off some notable ones. That's Kai Kara France versus Amir Albazi, the headliner. We already knew about that. But the co-main, we got Alex Caceres versus Daniel Pineda at featherweight. Good striking matchup right there. That has fight of the night written all over it. And then we got Jim Miller coming back for more. His old ass. That's a compliment, by the way, because he's still really good. His old ass is going to be fighting Ludwig Klein. I'm rocking with Jim by submission, as per usual. And June 10th, UFC 289. This one's been under the spotlight, and honestly, not a very good spotlight.
Yeah.
People have kind of been hating on it. It did get saved with Beneil and Charles getting moved to it. Very much so, but kind of, I don't know, main event, no one's really too excited for it.
Not at all.
But they started off the early prelims. This is the best early prelims I've seen in a minute. First fight of the night, Chris Dawkins versus Khalil Roundtree.
Ooh.
Heavyweight Firefest. Firefight, not Firefest. And
Fire
second
Festival.
fight, Chris Curtis versus Nazardine Imavov.
That's a
That was
banger.
like the second fight of the night, dude. And then we got our guy, Matt Schnell, coming back. He always puts on a show versus David Dvorak. And then we got one of my prospects that I've had my eye on, made some money on his debut, Blake Bilder, facing Kyle Nelson at featherweight. Decent step up in competition for sure. And then this one's a banger right here. Fight of the night written all over it.
What we got?
Card. We got Dan Ige versus Nate the Train Landwehr.
Whoa, that's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot.
That's one I had
I ain't
underlined.
seen Danny in a minute.
Yeah, who'd he knock out? Damon Jackson. I called that one. I called that one big time. He was a dog. And yeah, but dude, I don't know, because this is a win-win either way, because they're gonna build that thing up, and either Nate the Train gets boosted by beating Dan Ige, or Dan Ige gets to shut down 2 prospects in a row. So yeah, that's gonna be a cool one. And then Eric Anders versus Marc-Andre Barriot got thrown into the 3 slot on that card.
Yeah, Eric Anders.
Yep, local Marc-Andre for Canada, so they'll be going hard for him. And then June 17th, we got Marvin Vettori versus Jared Cannonier. You know how we feel about that fight. But some other good ones on that card. We got at bantamweight, Raoni Barcelos, another solid prospect. They're just all over the place. Versus Miles Johns. So, yeah, I'm rocking with Barcelos in that one. And then we got Arman Saryukian fighting Joaquim Silva. I'm betting
That dude fights anybody. They just gave him a name. He said, "Let's run it."
I'm betting a good amount at Saryukian.
He's gonna be too big of a favorite.
And then we got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Arman Petrosian at middleweight. Two solid prospects right there. Duncan's 8-0. He fought on that the London pay-per-view. Then we got Zach Pauga doing what we said he should, making a quick turnaround against Modestas Bukauskas. So, yeah. And then, I'm sorry, this is getting a little long-winded, but in Jacksonville, UFC on ABC 5, Josh Emmett versus Ilia Topuria.
That shit's fucking hard.
You know how Dana always says that they have all these places to go? Like, whenever someone asks him if they're going to a specific spot, he's like, oh, we just got so many places that we got to go since COVID.
Yeah.
This is like the 4th or 5th time they've been to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, a little ironic, but hey, it's because the Florida crowds are always popping. I don't like the co-main for this one at all. Amanda Ribas versus Macy Barber. I don't know. Amanda Ribas is cool, but I'm not a Macy Barber fan.
Emmett Topuria is a fucking banger for real.
Yeah.
I like that shit a lot.
And then they snuck other good ones on here. We got Brendan Allen versus Bruno Silva as the third one. We got Neil Magny versus Phil Rowe. That's a banger right there. Good chance for Magny to get a little redemption after some tough draws. Randy Brown getting back in there against Wellington Turman. And then this girl fight, I would honestly rather have this be the co-main than Amanda Ribas and Macy Barber. We got Tabitha Ricci, trains at Paragon BJJ in the 805, shouts Paragon, versus Jillian Robertson, a lethal submission artist. That's honestly one of the girl fights I've been more excited for in a long time. Then we got my guy Trevor Peak opening the card versus Victor Martinez. Yep, he's always putting on a crazy show. And yeah, those are most of my notable ones for now. We also got the London card. That one got filled out a little bit more. Meatball Molly. We're going to have to bet the house on her because she is fighting a girl that's 1-5 in the UFC. And when she fought at 135, she missed weight and she had to get stretchered out because the weight cut was like so brutal.
Sorry, that's not funny. I don't know why I laughed.
And now she's moving down to 125.
Yeah, that's what's funny. That's what I was waiting for.
So, yeah, let's bet the house on Meatball Molly, even though she's probably going to be maybe the biggest favorite in UFC history. Is that a bold prediction?
No. She won't be the biggest favorite.
Bro, this girl, like, I don't know. I think they just want Meatball Molly to get a W in front of that England crowd.
I feel
But yeah, they also added Lerone Murphy versus Josh Kulibau. So I'll take that one on the chin. I was wrong. I had said Nate Landwehr versus Lerone Murphy would be a good fight to make, and they both got booked with other guys. But hey, both some pretty good ones. And then we got Barberena versus Makamad Muradov. Man, give Barberena a striker. Let him do what he's there to do, bro. I don't like that.
Facts.
Yeah, those are this week's fight announcements.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
What you got I'm excited to see what you got for me today.
So
it's that time of the week.
We're going to be a little more politically correct here. We're going to say the WTF moment of the week, make it more marketable for all the big companies that are going to be investing in us. It's not as good as last week. I'm just going to say it off the rip.
Last week was tough to beat.
Yeah, that one was elite. Tune into last week's WTF of the week moment.
Did you DM him? Can we get him on the pod?
It's in the works right now. So
okay.
No promises, but it's not a no yet. So for the first one, a lot of y'all saw this. It was Lionheart talking crazy to Johnny Walker during their fight.
I'm mad you attacked my family. Oh, you're attacking my family. Now what?
So
Who said who said they were attacking whose family? Who said that?
Smith said, "You're attacking my family." And Johnny Walker was like, "What?" Smith's like, "You're attacking my family." Yeah. Walker's like, "Huh?" People were saying it might be a little PTSD from when Smith got his house broken into and he had to fight off the robber that was on like all those drugs. So yeah, you might have been picturing that Walker was that robber just trying to, channel anything he could.
Or
to
he just
win.
thought like, it's how I feed my family, and like, I'm not to go too deep, but like, you're trying to take what I like, how I feed my family.
Damn, that's actually probably more like it. Damn, look at Dimes getting in the psychology of the fighters.
That's how they look at it.
That's deep. Yeah, like I said, none of these were like a what the fuck, but all these just kind of had me like, what the fuck? So here we are. This one isn't a little. I know we don't talk about celebrity boxing ever, but I had to throw this one in there. It was KSI during his boxing match.
Oh, this where he elbowed him?
Take a look at how he got this finish.
Right hand, right hook. Oh, was that a elbow? Damn. Was that a...
That's an
so
elite elbow.
Stupid.
No, that's an elite elbow.
So yeah, like, bro,
I have that in
KSI
my
needs
bag
to
in
get.
the
I'm gonna
clinch,
play
bro.
this one more time.
Right hand, right hook. Oh, was that a elbow? Damn. Was that a...
What are we doing though? It's a boxing match.
Can they like review it and see?
I think Joe Fournier is going to challenge to the commission, but the thing is that it's not even under like the official English boxing commission because it was in England. It's not in the one that Tyson Fury boxes under or any of the big name guys. It's under some weird one. So people are saying this is going to be a big test for that commission because if they don't overturn it, it's like, come on, what are you doing?
Why not?
Obviously
Why not just overturn it? It's a celebrity boxing match.
Yeah. Because KSI is the one that's putting all the money into it. He doesn't want to take it out.
He got the money either way. Who cares? Who cares who wins?
Yeah. I mean, it hurts the rest of his.
No one watches those fights to see who wins. They watch those fights because they're people that are watching.
That's true.
Jake Paul's still gonna do numbers whether he lost to the dude or not.
And then
Fury or not.
For the last one right here, this one had me the most. Like, what the fuck? Because I gotta give y'all a little context. So this was a boxing match versus it was Rolly Romero versus.
I heard about this, but I'm interested to see what you got.
Can't remember the other guy's name, but Rolly Romero was a minus 1,000 favorite, and he's pretty popular. Like, I don't know about like popular, but he's well known. So a lot of people definitely laid down some cheddar on him and probably the underdog as well because he does get a lot of hate. And on the judges' scorecards, I meant to put the picture in here, but all the judges had the other fighter winning up until this point, which was in the 9th round. And take a look at what happens.
That lead right has been effective for Romero. Barroso comes back with the right, and they are just... What the...
They gave it to Romero. The ref stopped it right there. I'm going to play this again because
That lead right has been effective for Romero. Barroso comes back with
I don't think Romero hits him in this exchange. The other guy hit Romero, right? Bro, if that isn't boxing is rigged right there, then what?
That is the reason, bro. That is the reason no one watches that shit, man.
So rigged.
People were, bro, honestly, like how I said, like I heard about this. People were like, most people like text me and like send me DMs and shit about that. And I was like, bro, I don't fucking watch that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, they're thinking you knew about it since the.
Yeah, they will like they just think like it's fighting. I'm gonna send it to him. But I'm like, bro, I don't fucking care. Like I just seen it was boxing. I didn't even read it.
Bro, is that not bad?
I don't think. Yeah, not even like a count.
Dude, he definitely had someone in his earpiece saying this needs to end and Romero needs to win. Bro, imagine if you bet on that plus 600 dog and you're watching that fight and he's won 5 out of the 9 rounds so far, or 6 out of the 9 rounds. And then you see the judges' scorecard and they all had him winning. How pissed are you?
Yeah, that's wild, man. Fuck boxing. That's why UFC is the best sport in the world. Shouts Dana.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we don't really talk about boxing very much at all. We'll probably talk about the Nate Diaz, Jake Paul a little bit because that's
That
my
shit's
guy.
funny.
Nate. Did you see the press conference for that?
Bro, did you see when like Nate was like, this press conference is fucking shady, and Jake was like, bro, your team put on the press conference.
He said, "Where's all the regular people
Fucking
at?"
Nate, bro.
And they're
Jake's
like,
gonna-
"What?" And he's all, "Yeah, we need like
Jake-
100 normal people."
Jake's
Oh,
gonna drop
God.
him.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I can't say that out loud. Nate's a good boxer. He's been boxing for a long time. He's been boxing for longer than Jake. Not consistently, obviously, but I don't know, man. I can't say Jake's gonna beat Nate.
No, so you think Nate's gonna win?
Yeah.
You're a true fan, brother.
Yep.
You're a true fan.
Did you see when Jake Paul's like, yeah, I'll knock him out in the third, and then Nate was like, nah, Diaz by knockout in the 10th, and then Jake Paul was like, the fight's 8 rounds.
Bro, I think too, like, if I'm Jake, like, you gotta be careful, bro, because like, I feel like they'll start boxing, and Nate's gonna like throw a kick or something. You never know what that fool's gonna do.
I was thinking that was Silva also, but nah.
No,
You
but
mean like if
Silva's,
Nate's
like-
losing, like just hit him with a body kick real quick? Like I ain't getting
Nate's
knocked
just-
out by this motherfucker.
Nate's just not like, he's not mentally stable.
And sometimes Nate sounds really smart in a press conference. I think Sugar, the wise Sugar Sean, he said
He's a
sometimes he sounds like a philosopher. Sometimes he sounds like he's not speaking English.
Bro,
That's
that's
so
so
true.
It's like, bro, sometimes he's just like, I'm listening to him, he's like, man, this dude's a fucking philosopher. And other times I'm like, he's speaking English. That's just funny, bro.
Literally. All right. I think that about does it for episode
got?
42. Shouts Jackie Robinson. Right? Jackie
That's it,
Robinson
Rob.
episode.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. We are out.
Doses.